I never imagined that a peaceful Saturday morning in Redfield, Ohio, our quiet town with its white-fenced homes and freshly cut grass, would turn into something out of a nightmare. The kind of morning where the breeze carries the smell of pancakes and the only noise you expect is the whir of a lawn mower or a distant dog bark. My name is Jacob Willis. I'm a retired Marine, a man who traded battlefields for barbecue grills and field maneuvers for weekend repairs. But no training, no deployment, no operation prepared me for what happened that morning when two strangers with fake authority tried to destroy everything I loved. It started the way it always did. Emily, my wife of 17 years, was inside humming that old tune she loved, flipping pancakes. The kind of hum that felt like home. Our golden retriever, Duke, was dozing on the porch swing, sunlight painting gold streaks across the wood. I was in the garage, sleeves rolled, hands covered in grease, bent over a stubborn lawn mower that had refused to start since spring. Life was slow, calm, beautiful. Then came the scream. It wasn't a shout. It wasn't surprise. It was something primal, raw, and jagged, ripping through the quiet like a fire alarm in a dream. My body reacted before my brain did. The wrench in my hand clattered to the concrete floor as I bolted out into the front yard. And that's when time slowed. Emily was being dragged down the porch steps. Two men, white, mid-30s, dressed in black tactical vests, had her. One yanked her arm. The other had a fistful of her hair. Her nightgown, the one with the yellow sunflowers she always wore on weekends, was tangled around her knees. Blood streaked down her lip. Her eyes were wide, dazed. She didn't even scream anymore, just whimpered. "What are you doing? Get off her." I roared, stepping forward. The taller one snapped. "Back inside, sir. HOA enforcement. This doesn't concern you." But it did. I wasn't just a resident, I was her husband, her protector. And what I saw didn't make sense. The vests were cheap knockoffs. Their patches weren't regulation. They looked like something printed on a home printer and ironed on in someone's basement. The men weren't trained. Their movements were clumsy, predatory. And then I saw it. A black Escalade idling at the curb, no plates, a crack in the rear window where a third figure watched. This wasn't enforcement. It wasn't even about money. This was something darker, more dangerous. My hands shook, not from fear, but from a rage so cold it felt mechanical. My mind logged every detail, the angle of their grips, the blood pooling on Emily's chin, the slipper upside down on the bottom step. One step forward. The taller man twitched, reaching for something on his vest. "This is your last warning," he growled. "Go back inside or be cited for obstruction." I didn't move. "You think I care about a citation?" I said, voice low and sharp. "Jake?" Emily's voice cracked. She tried to call me, but the pain twisted her tone into something I'd never heard. That one sound undid every quiet memory we built in this house. That was it. No more warnings. No more waiting. I turned, not to retreat, but to retrieve something sacred. In the garage, behind the workbench and beneath layers of dust and years of promises, was the case. I hadn't opened it in almost a decade. I told Emily I'd put it away for good. But this wasn't violence. This was defense. The fulfillment of the vow I made to her the day I placed a ring on her finger. "I will protect you, no matter what." Outside, her cries grew sharper, her body scraping across gravel as they dragged her toward the open SUV. Her wrists were bound behind her back with plastic restraints. Her fingers clawed the pavement, searching for anything to anchor herself. Her voice was hoarse, desperate. The vehicle's back door was open, waiting like a wolf's mouth. I re-entered the house like a shadow, calm but fast. Behind the coats in our bedroom closet was the floor hatch. My hands moved with practiced instinct. I didn't think. I remembered. The safest open. There it was, the M4 carbine I carried through Fallujah. Clean. Loaded. Ready. I ran my fingers over the steel like greeting an old friend. Outside, neighbors had begun to stir. Curtains twitched. Phones raised. Some just watched. They didn't help. I stepped back into the sunlight, the rifle slung tight, finger ready but not shaking. Each step I took across the porch carried weight, not just physical, but moral. I wasn't just walking out to protect Emily. I was walking out to restore the balance of the universe. "Let her go," I said, voice flat. They turned. One flinched. The other hesitated. "This your idea of justice?" I asked. "Dragging women out of their homes? Pretending to be something you're not?" No reply. "Drop to your knees. Hands on your head." They didn't move. So I fired. One round, aimed at the ground 2 inches in front of their boots. The shot exploded like a thunderclap, dust and gravel leaping from the earth. Both men dropped instantly, hands high, faces pale. "You think this is a game?" I asked. "You think fear is power?" They didn't answer. "Kiss her feet," I said. They froze. Disbelief etched across their faces. I said, "Kiss her feet," I repeated. "For every scream she gave. For every drop of blood. You thought she was weak. You thought you could humiliate her and walk away. Now show her the respect you didn't." The taller one broke first. He crawled to her, shaking, pressed his lips to her bruised ankle, whispered, "I'm sorry." The other followed, lips brushing the tip of her foot like it burned him. Emily, still gasping, locked eyes with me. "Jake," she whispered. "Stop." I lowered the rifle. By now, the entire block stood silent. Phones down. No one cheered. No one moved. Some wept. Others watched as if they'd witnessed something sacred. The illusion of safety had been peeled away, and all that remained was the truth. They'd watched her dragged. They'd done nothing. But now they knew. Sirens wailed in the distance. Real ones. The police finally came. When they arrived, they found me kneeling beside Emily, my rifle resting quietly on the grass. The two attackers were face down, hands zip-tied, dirt-streaked, and crying. Officers poured in, weapons drawn, but lowered them when they saw the scene. "Military?" one asked. I nodded. "3rd Battalion. Fallujah." He returned the nod. "Then I understand." They arrested the men without a fight. Charges: aggravated assault, impersonating an officer, attempted kidnapping. In their SUV, officers found a clipboard with dozens of addresses, each home belonging to a woman living alone. Fines fabricated. Names invented. Just a scam run with fear and fake authority. Emily had been targeted by mistake. Someone else 2 blocks down shared our last name. Didn't matter. They chose the wrong house. Emily was wrapped in a blanket, loaded into an ambulance. Her face bruised, wrist swollen. I held her hand the entire way. "You said you'd protect me," she whispered. "I always will." The news exploded. Within hours, Redfield wasn't just a sleepy Ohio town. It was a headline. Marine veteran stops HOA imposters. Wife saved by husband's heroic stand. I didn't care for any of it. 1 week later, the trial began. The courtroom was packed. No cameras, but the air buzzed with attention. I took the stand. Spoke calmly. Just facts. Then the footage played. The men kneeling, the moment they kissed her feet. The room froze. The verdict came fast. Guilty. On all counts. As we left the courthouse, a reporter shouted, "Any regrets, Mr. Willis?" I looked at Emily. "No," I said. "Only that I didn't do it sooner." That night, we sat on the porch swing. The same creaky one Duke used to nap under. "You made them kiss my feet," Emily said. I nodded. "They're lucky I didn't make them dig." She smiled. "Not big. Just enough. They'll never touch another woman again." And under that old swing, where peace had been stolen, justice came home. Not through anger. Not through noise. But through the quiet, steady will of someone who remembered what mattered. That night, Redfield didn't just sleep. It healed.